Three names rarely appear together in a sentence: the Somali community, Donald Trump, and Rigathi Gachagua. Yet somehow, in recent weeks, these three have collided across borders, across politics, and across a conversation that many leaders have avoided for years.
Governor US na complain, na pia some sections in London. People like, hapana.
Na hapa, Wakenya. Wakenya wana complain pia. Kuna issue.
This is not a story about people. It's a story about power, corruption, and who really pays the price.
70-year-old Bobo Sora is seated quietly inside his Manyata in Dukana, Marsabit County. His movement is restricted not just by old age, but the slow, crushing weight of drought, hunger, and illness.
A few weeks ago, Rigathi Gachagua made an unusual appeal. He publicly called on the US president, that is Donald Trump, to act against Somali-linked financial networks, claiming stolen funds from Minnesota had been laundered and reappeared in Nairobi's Eastleigh as luxury malls and real estate.
We are requesting the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, to be kind to this country. Hiyo mtu wako pale Eastleigh, we can tell you where he is. Atume ndege ichukue hiyo mtu. Vile alifanya pale, alichukua rais wa nchi.
At the time, many dismissed it as political noise. Then 3 days ago, reports began circulating of a renewed US crackdown on Somali-linked financial and immigration cases, particularly in Minnesota and Maine.
The Department of Homeland Security has launched a new immigration crackdown in the state of Maine, targeting Portland and Lewiston, which has a large Somali population.
Whether these events are connected remains unclear, but they are definitely worth our attention. So let's talk about it. If you love this kind of content, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. Now let's get to the video.
Ukiona ile pesa imepelekwa Northeastern uende huko. Hakuna shule, hakuna hospitali, hakuna chochote. Wamechukua pesa, wameenda kujenga South Sea na Eastleigh. Sisi kama viongozi wa Kenya ndio tutatetea watu ya Northeastern.
You see, Gachagua's focus is not really on Somali community as a people, but his focus is on leadership failures in northeastern counties, that is Mandera, Wajir, and Garissa.
Wajir wako na 99 billion, Marsabit 76 billion, Garissa 81 billion, Mandera 119 billion, Isiolo 46 billion. Barabara hakuna, shule hakuna, hakuna, slaughterhouse hakuna. Nothing.
Since devolution in 2013, these counties have received billions of shillings. Yet, according to residents, civil societies, and even local religious leaders, infrastructure remains poor, electricity and water is inconsistent, and counties lack even the most basic services.
Mheshimiwa Roba, nimeshtuka sana. Mimi naingia Mandera, hakuna stima Mandera. Mwaka mzima tangu Ramadhan, mwaka ule mwingine. Mwaka mzima watu wanakaa bila stima kuanzia Ramadhani ya last year, Ramadhan ndio hii nyingine na tupata chini ya wiki 4 hakuna stima Mandera.
Meanwhile, wealth accumulates elsewhere, particularly in Nairobi.
Hata sasa nikwambie kitu kingine. Unaona vile wasonjo wanaishi huko South Sea, Eastleigh, wako na mabuilding, wako na madinga deadly. So unaona ngao Somali wenyewe wanasema ngao Somali wako na do. Sio most of the people wanasema hivyo. Lakini but wewe tebu siku moja enda hiyo pande nyingine uone. Hiyo north. Haki ya Mungu, wewe mwenyewe utaamini. Wale watu wanahangaika mbaya sana.
You see, Eastleigh has become symbolic, not because of who lives there, but because of where the money ends up. Shopping malls, high-end real estate, luxury vehicles. Gachagua's question is blunt.
But we are saying if they have their own private funds, since they were elected at home, why do they have a problem investing back home? How can they complain about home? Oh, it's insecure. Oh, the conditions are too harsh. Yet, unataka wale watu wanakaa huko in that harsh environment to make you a leader.
And crucially, many Kenyans of Somali origin are asking themselves the same question.
Unajua acha nikwambie, huwezi kuwa everywhere you go, wewe tu ni shida. Lazima kuna kashida. Hiyo kwanza tukubaliane nayo. Wakenya hawezi kuwa wanalia wasonje. Mzungu huko tena hawezi kuwa tu wanalia Wasomali. There's something bad we are doing.
Contrary to expectation, a section of Somali community has actually supported this scrutiny. Young people, local activists, religious leaders.
Elia kaunti zote ambaye wanaongozwa na viongozi wa Waislamu kimaendeleo wako nyuma. Kwa sababu gani? Wote wamekuwa leo wafisadi. Kila moja anataka kutengeneza nyumba Karen, kila moja anataka kununua Prado FVA, kila moja anataka kuweka na kusave pesa nje ya nchi. Nani atasaidia hawa Waislamu maskini?
Their argument is simple. Accountability is not hatred. Asking questions is not persecution. For years, they say, criticism of county leadership was silenced by fear. But that silence is now breaking.
Leo tunawaambia nini leo leo tuko na message moja to the all northeastern members elected. Tuko na message moja.
Tumehuzunishwa sana. Mmetubeba ufala ya kutosha.
Ndio hiyo.
Mnabeba rasilimali ya watu wa huko. Pesa za kufanyia watu kazi huko mmebeba zote, mnatengeneza ma estate huku, mnatengeneza magorofa hapa na huko. 2026 in Kenya after 62 years of independence, mtu analala kwa manyata.
On the other side, that is America, Trump has begun what is being called a mass deportation operation targeting Somalis. Minnesota was first, then now it's Maine.
Trump administration has targeted Somalis living in Minnesota, and now it's coming for Maine. But why? President Trump has been very clear about what he thinks about Somalis who are living in the United States.
But when they come from hell and they complain and do nothing but, we don't want them in our country.
The ICE crackdown in Maine follows deportation efforts in Minneapolis. In that city, President Trump collectively blamed the Somali community after some Somalis were accused of fraud.
In Minnesota, we're cracking down on the Somali scams. Well, it's going on in Maine, too, with Somalis.
Trump's position is clear. He considers Somali community corrupt, low value, and responsible for massive theft of American public funds.
I always say these are low IQ people. How did they go into Minnesota and steal all that money?
Here is the uncomfortable truth. Trump has decided to deal with Somalis that are living in the US decisively, not caring whether it's going to be legal or it's not going to be legal. Trump ran on a campaign slogan of America First.
In foreign affairs, we are renewing this founding principle of sovereignty. Our government's first duty is to its people, to our citizens. As President of the United States, I will always put America.
So he has to guard the US resources no matter what. And what is sad, that is something that cannot be said about the Kenyan government, because our government is letting billions of shillings get stolen every single day.
Kenyans, tutaibiwa dilini ndo tujue tunaelekea pabaya. Earlier today, the Auditor General reported that 20 billion shillings, which was meant for affordable housing loan, has just disappeared in thin air.
Let's take the example of SHA. Duale has literally made it a Somali affair.
Right now, Duale ametoa list ya county coordinators, managers. Kwa hao managers, we have 13 Somalis when we have 47 communities. Where is inclusivity? Even if it is our time to hit, how do you put 13 Somalis as county managers?
You remember even the hospitals that stole billions of shillings from SHA, all originated from Northeastern.
The owner of Ladnan Hospital, where Grace was arrested, is the chairperson of SHA.
The question is, how long are we going to put our people in danger while we favor a community?
So SHA works in selective places. And if you ask me, I believe the selective places where it works, there are people who are benefiting directly.
And for those who are shouting at the loudest of their voices that SHA is working, it's because you guys are paying bills of 2,000, 3,000, 7, 10, 20. But if you go there and you have a bill of 700,000 Kenyan shillings, believe it or not, they're saying that you need a connection. You need to know someone inside SHA to get that bill paid.
Uko kwa hospitali, if you do not know somebody who knows somebody who works at SHA offices, ole wako.
People are now even joking that SHA stands for Somali Health Authority.
Wanasema ati SHA stands for Somali Health Authority.
Corruption is no longer hidden. It's happening openly.
So hata hii Garissa nitakuja, Wajir nitakuja, Mandera nitakuja, ile itatokea itokee. Mimi najua vijana watanilinda. I know the young people will protect me.
So let's talk about why you clicked on this video. Trump is targeting Somalis in America. Gachagua is targeting corrupt Somali leadership in Kenya. Different methods, different motivations, but same enemy, corruption. For so long, the losers have been ordinary Somalis, whether it's in the US where they have been deported even though they have not done anything wrong, or in Kenya where ordinary Somalis are living below poverty line.
So for example, hata nikwambia na Mandera, maternal death rate ni 2,000 per year.
Niliona mkiaddress hiyo kwa
so ukilinganisha na Nairobi ni 132.
Nairobi. Oh, damn, okay.
So unapata wanapatiwa dosi hata wapatiwi hadi equalization fund wanageiwa. Lakini sasa unapata hizo do wanakuja kuinvest Nairobi. Mtu anakuja kwa Nairobi na MCA anakaa Nairobi na ni wa huko. Anakaa South Sea.
And this has to change. This is not about tribe. It's not about identity. It's about leadership theft. Gachagua is forcing a conversation that Kenya has avoided for years. Why does development money end up in malls instead of villages?
Hizi pesa ndugu yangu ungepatia hii wajumbe hapa kwetu Mlimani, every ward in Mandera would have 2 boarding schools, moja ya vijana, moja ya wasichana. Iko mpaka swimming pool, iko borehole, iko solar, inakaa kama academy.
Trump may never have answered Gachagua's call directly, but pressure is now coming from both sides. The enablers are being exposed. The leaders are being questioned. And for the first time, silence is breaking.
Na watu wengi sana wamempinga Gachagua kwa kutokana na maneno ambayo alikuwa akiwa support watu North Eastern. Kumbe kulikuwa na mtu mbeleni aliwahi kuyazungumza hao na ni Muislamu na akawapinga viongozi wa North Eastern. Kwa hivyo Gachagua hajakosa.
Whether people like it or not, this conversation is not going away because corruption, once exposed, cannot be unseen. Subscribe.